After finally unlocking Dark Ether officially on every single weapon, I decided to start working on the DLC weapons that I still need to complete the challenges on. And I started off with the assault rifle called the Groza, or Groza, whatever way you want to pronounce it. It's basically an assault rifle that you unlock in the battle pass on tier 31 in season 1 for free. There's also a variant that you can unlock on tier 100, which is called the Natural Order. Both of these weapons I have found out in zombies that they are amazing. Personally, for this gameplay that you're watching, I use the standard version just to show you that it's good as a weapon itself. But on top of all of this, if you unlock the tier 100 version, if you have the battle pass bought, this weapon is amazing. I don't know what it is about it, but if you asked me like a few days ago when I made a video about the top 5 best weapons, if I used this weapon, this probably would have been like number 2 near the ray gun. Because honestly, the ray gun is obviously the best weapon in COD Zombies, but this is a good competitor to it. See, when I decided to go for the camos for this weapon, I was just going into a game, getting critical headshots, and I realized that the higher levels that I went, this weapon was still shredding, and I was just casually using it. I managed to get up to around 50 something. Now I know that's not really high, but every single time I go for weapon camos, I end up probably dying around 30 to 20 something. Not because I'm bad, just because the weapons become so terribly just not good and their damage isn't as good. You know, you'd need like a ray gun from around there, or even at that the wonder weapon DIE in D Machina. But this thing was still going crazy, and it got to the point where I chose to exfil and ended up dying, but that's not the point. I was amazed that this weapon did so well, so I hopped on today to be like, check it out, see if I could maybe do a video on it to make this, you know, the new most overpowered weapon as you're reading the title. And it still did the same. I even went up to knock down Toten, this strategy up on the roof where you have to kill zombies, and usually that's not very easy to do with a normal weapon. You do have to have a bit of concentration and just be in the game itself, like with your mind, be fully concentrated, because there's a lot of zombies that end up spawning, and this weapon managed to shred them. I didn't even have to use the Ring of Fire as much as I would normally. Now I did opt for it a few times just because, well, it did get a bit hectic, and I won't lie, it does get crazy up there. But on top of all of this, this weapon is amazing on the Elite. I did not need to use Ring of Fire once, and when I did, I noticed that like 1 or 2 bullets was enough to fully kill an elite, and I was amazed. Now this was a high round for an elite. It was, I do believe, purple or a gold rarity, I'm not 100% sure, but it was still around that stage, Pack-a-Punch level 3, and it melted them. I can't really think of any other gun apart from the snipers, which you can aim at the zombies' heads, or sorry, the elite heads with Ring of Fire, and with that you can get like one shots, or even the DIE on early rounds. And even at that, a ray gun does need to put a few bullets into the freaking elites to fully kill them, while the Groza on headshots was just straight up melting through it or cutting through them like cutting through butter. It's really satisfying to use this weapon. Now it might just be me, you know, having a really good experience with it, and you might have a terrible experience with it. I made a video 2 or a week ago on the worst weapon in Call of Duty Zombies in my opinion. Now this is a good competitor to the M82 sniper rifle, but it's still in my opinion a pretty bad shotgun to use, and that is the Street Sweeper. I made a video on it. It got a bit of backlash, and on top of that it got a bit of not backlash. Some people agreed with me. See, the thing is, the Street Sweeper is just bad. You might pack-a-punch it, it does become overpowered, but it's bad without pack-a-punching, while the Groza is amazing even before pack-a-punching. And on top of that, I did not even struggle a bit with the ammunition unless I was on top of Knockdown Totem, where with any weapon you'll just fly through the bullets, and the fire rate is amazing. I got caught so many times the first time I used this weapon. I am not great at training and trying to go for critical kills. I have been already bullied by that on stream in the past. I do get caught a lot of times, and most of the time I end up getting knocked and having to revive, and it just gets really messy. But what happened with this weapon was when I did get cornered, its fire rate combined with obviously stim shotting every few seconds trying not to die, I got out of so many sticky situations. It was insane, and I hate it because I do not have any clips to support that, but I wasn't planning to make this video. Trust me, if you haven't used this weapon in zombies yet and are not even planning to maybe unlock the dark ether camo for it, do. It's a fun weapon to use. The only difficulty I guess you will have is with leveling it up, but you could pop into multiplayer where it's also good, and it's just an all-out good gun. I think this will be one of the weapons that I will be spawning in with when Firebase Z comes out, because I'm hoping to have all of my weapons fully dark ether around then and not having to worry about, you know, any weapons leveling up and stuff like that. So I think this will just become my straight up just spawn in weapon, and I can't wait. But that's going to be it for the video. I hope you all guys enjoyed, and I'm curious if you agree. Do be sure comment down below. If you disagree, then comment down below and give out to me. But if you did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like. It's really appreciated, and subscribe. We're every day getting closer to 12,000 subscribers, which is insane. Thank you all so much. And without further ado, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.